Now at 11, Campaign 2014, the final gubernatorial debate.
Everybody's comfortable here?
Thank you, yes.
Everybody's comfortable, okay.
No fangate this time, as both candidates let off some steam.
This is a man whose company was charged with Medicare fraud and had to end up paying the largest fine for Medicare fraud in the history of the United States of America.
Scott Rothstein testified under oath that Charlie was paid to appoint judges.
The third and final showdown between the current Governor Rick Scott and former Governor Charlie Crist, and it got ugly.
The pair spent the hour detailing their differences and accusing each other of lying. CBS 4's Ted Scouten joins us now in the studio with a blow-by-blow. Ted, take it away.
Yeah, Cynthia and Rick, there certainly is no love lost with these two. While The Fan made the biggest headlines from the last debate, that was the one here in South Florida, tonight it was the nasty tone between the two. At one point, they even debated who grew up more poor.
Shirley, you are a divider. You're a mudslinger.
You know, God bless you for that wealth, Rick, but the way you got it was pretty unsavory.
No ill-placed fans to get in the way of this debate between Republican Rick Scott and Democrat Charlie Crist. They went at it for an hour, each trying to paint the other as out of touch and who had a tougher childhood.
If you're somebody who flies around in a private jet and you live on a mansion on the sea, it's hard to understand what people are suffering from.
First off, Charlie, you grew up with money. I grew up with families that struggled. I don't know my natural father. I lived in public housing.
There were no big surprises where each candidate stands on the issues.
Actually, under Charlie, the minimum wage was zero. Charlie 832,000 people went from making money to zero. Charlie, you should be known as the zero-wage governor.
I was not responsible for the global economic meltdown any more than Rick was responsible for the national economic recovery.
Scott returned to familiar territory, linking Crist with convicted Fort Lauderdale Ponzi schemer Scott Rothstein.
Scott Rothstein testified under oath that Charlie was paid to appoint judges. Charlie won't take responsibility.
You know, the notion that he would put millions of dollars behind a commercial where somebody who's a convicted felon makes a false accusation against me is stunning.
A more heated debate came when the two talked about the solemn task of signing death warrants. Crist brought up Attorney General Pam Bondi, asking Governor Scott to delay the execution of convicted killer Marshall Lee Gore in 2013.
She asked me to delay it because it didn't work on the dates that she thought it was going to be on.
Did you know it was for a political fundraiser?
Charlie, she apologized. She apologized.
I didn't
What
ask
would you like her
about
to
her.
do?
He doesn't answer questions. Pleads the fifth.
And the two also pointed out their differences on Cuba, immigration, and minimum wage. Perhaps the one thing that both men can agree on is that voter turnout will determine who wins this race, which right now polls show is at a dead heat. Live in the studio, Ted Scouten, CBS 4 News Tonight.
Ted, thank you very much. And stay with CBS 4 News and CBSMiami.com for continuing coverage of the Florida governor's race. Now.